So I know I haven't produced a video in a while, and so we're on our way to go pick up a television that's free and local, and it's a early 50s Silvertone black and white. We're gonna go see what's up with that, so more progress. Well, here it is. It even came with an instruction manual. This set was free. It was local. It was actually like 5 minutes from where I was. I was already in town. It's a early 50s Silvertone 21-inch black and white, pretty common. Even came with the manual. So I guess this has UHF, which is kind of interesting. As you can see, there's two knobs here, both tuning knobs. Vertical hold, horizontal hold, brightness. I picked this thing up in this cool old house. I don't know, it's very old house. But the main thing I like that came with it is the full service data on the whole set, including a schematic. I mean, it's got everything. If I can open it. Full schematic, all the parts lists. I don't know what year this is. If I had to guess, maybe 53, 54. Sorry about the fingers there. Very cool. And even came with the note of change here. Anyway, in today's video, we'll be, I almost slipped and died coming up the driveway with this thing carrying it, which it's a monster. Well, that happened. See what we can do about that. Unpacking instructions. Shaky hands, shaky hands. I guess I could see what year this is. It should have a date here somewhere. Maybe at the back. No date. George London. No date on this either. Unless that's a date. 03 of 52 maybe? 55 maybe? I don't know. Seems like an early 50s, 52, 53 kind of deal. And blonde. It's a blonde cabinet. And in today's video we'll just do an assessment on it. Pop the CRT tester on it. I've already had the back off. It's just kind of your average 50s black and white. Pop the back off, see what's going on. I've been scrapping out sets like crazy here recently. But we'll do an analysis on it, so stand by. Looks like it survived all right. Here's your chassis number 523303-2. I think this is 523 is Warwick. don't know. Replacement GE CRT 21 WP4. And most of these tubes, it smells like a laundry room. That's where it was at. It was in the basement, actually in a wall. They had this thing in a wall. Replacement tube. Most of these tubes have been changed. They're mostly RCA. And RCA was kind of the big dealer in our town. So that's pretty interesting. It looks like it survived the trip all right. GE plug on the back. Let me get a flashlight. We'll look at the chassis a little better. And I don't have one up here. Where's the impact? We'll use the impact as a flashlight. The poor people. So you can kind of get a gist of it. It's very basic 5U4 powered set. Yeah, 5U4 low voltage rectifier. We'll pop a CRT tester on it. We'll get a dim bulb checker rigged up and just go from there. I wish this had some seleniums. I'd really like to reform those capacitors without... Look at the dust. Tasty. I'd really like to reform those caps without powering the whole thing up. So let's dig into that. So I got all of our tools here. We got some clip leads, a 150 watt bulb, a 40 watt bulb, and a 500 watt bulb, or 300 watt bulb. Sylvania movie lights, and I got our CRT tester that's been run over by a truck. Gonna grab an extension cord and we're gonna start popping this mug. Just take this one here, or I think that one's bad. We'll take El Bendo. You got the rim back out, the flaky rim. Let's see what we get. See if the filament's even good. I don't see no glowage. Oh, there it goes. Flaky switch. Something there. Let it warm up for a bit. Probably hasn't been touched in 30 years. I want to get this flyback cage off. I don't really know how it comes off. Do you just pull the whole thing out? I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't think this top comes off. I think it's welded on. I think it just pops off. Oh boy, we got a winner here. Take it down to 5 volts. That thing is brand new. And this thing's real picky about black and white tubes too. I mean, that thing is brand new. Holy crap. That's 6 volts there, 6.3. It's pegging the meter out. Wow, that quick. That is a good CRT there. Let's tear into that flyback cage. I don't know how you get this flyback cage off. I got it loose, but it's getting caught on something. I don't know what. And it won't just come off. Let me see how this comes off. So there's 2 screws holding it in back there. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Pull a whole freaking chassis out just to change those 2 tubes? That's kind of stupid. And I don't think this top comes off. I think that's welded on there. That's a pretty crappy design. Anyways, let's get the light bulb rigged up. See what she does. Got our light bulb here. Let's flick the switch. Illumination. That's the 150. And that's pretty doggone bright. Oh, you see it getting dimmer. Getting much dimmer. Getting way dimmer. I see some tubes illuminating. I do. It's gonna start getting brighter here soon, I bet. We'll let this sit on the light bulb for a while. So watch this. I just touched this tube and the light bulb got a lot brighter. Let's see if I can't find where it goes. Look at that. Rectifier out, in. So the rectifier wasn't seated properly. So now we're current limiting. See, our filaments probably got a lot dimmer. Yes, they did. Much dimmer. So we'll let that sit on there for a while. I'm starting to smell burning dust. It's nice. Oh, these dot knobs do have numbers in them. Interesting. I guess that light bulb's burnt out. Oh, it's there. Yeah, nothing yet. We won't get anything yet. So we'll let that sit for a while. Went up to a 300 watt. Here horizontal. Still pretty bright. I just heard high voltage come up. I do not hear vertical. I do not hear any vertical. Let's see what we got on the screen, if we have anything at all. No, nothing. I can start to see some numbers here. Power switch works. So nothing on the screen yet. But I do hear vertical. We could do a high voltage test. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's bypass the light for a second. Light's been bypassed. Just heard vertical come up. No high voltage. Sounds like we got a light showing something. Nothing. No high voltage at all. Alright, let's kill it. I guess it's time to pull the chassis out. See what this baby's made of. I smell burning too. Here's the chassis. And yes, all I had to do was push this flyback cage forward. GE, CBS. That looks RCA-ish. Here's the monster. Big ol' honking thing. Of course, no high voltage. I'm gonna lay it on its side and we'll get the meter out. Talk about a simple set. This thing is bare bones. Bare bones. Excuse me. Lots of these Goodall caps in here. Some black beauties. Some paper electrolytics. Recapper's dream. That one's warm. That one's cold. I guess there's only 2 electrolytics in the whole friggin' thing. Big old tuner for the UHF VHF. Very simple set. Easy to work on, these things are. So what we'll do is we'll fire this thing up again, and I'll get my meter on it and check the B+. I'll have the meter here. Fire this puppy up. Start checking voltages. So it looks like coming out of this is our main cap. If I put this down here we can see it. 85 volts. 6. There we go, 174. And 47. 98 there. We have smoke. This resistor's burning. 220. 158. We'll kill it. Interesting how they have this rectifier isolated. So I think these two are B+ here. Not for sure on that. No, it's these two here. So we'll latch on to that. Our burning resistor happiness coming back. There we go. See if I can get a good connection here. Must be great to watch this. Why don't we just do the smart thing and just have a latch on? Now this should be pumping out 350 volt B plus. These run fairly high B pluses. And with the filter cap in the state that it's in, yes, quite hot. I'm going to disconnect the horizontal output, the audio output. What's the vertical output on this thing? Vertical output 6AH4. Shoot, I don't know where that one is. Is it this? This tiny little thing? 6C4. I think so. Vertical oscillator. One behind that. Oh, it's covered. 6AH4. That was a damper tube. So we got all that out of the circuit. I guess I'll unplug the damper too. These are all out of the circuit. Should give us more B plus, and we'll hook up the 150 watt bulb. So we got our 150 watt bulb here. See our B plus is rising. I guess that resistor's staying cool. Filter's fairly warm. And you can see that voltage is climbing. So that means that filter is reforming. We're going to let it sit here for, I don't know, give it 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Come back whenever it stops. Voltage is still creeping up. Our metal here, room temperature is about 42 degrees. That cap is at 60, 61, 66. 30 degrees over. 100 degrees is when you want to pull the plug. But it's still creeping up. We're at 134 and climbing. Let it sit here for a longer. I'm going to go get some dinner, and we'll come back, and it is at 141 volts right now. We'll come back and see what it's at. Back out here. 177. Check our filter temp. It's actually cooled down, 54, 56. So that's good. We'll check this one. This one's warming up now, 62, 63. So I think we'll bump it up to the 300 watt bulb and see what happens. 220 and climbing. The bulb is a little bright. Let this sit for a while. So we're pretty much stabilized out here at 230. I'm going to go to full voltage. So if you remember, at full voltage before, we were only getting about 220 volts. And now we're getting 240, and it's climbing. So we'll let this sit. We'll monitor our capacitors closely here. That one's at 70. This one's still at 66. So we'll monitor our caps here and let that just climb up. Pretty much stabilized. 242.9, we'll say 243. Let's hook everything back up and see what she does. All our tubes have been repopulated. Let's get the light show on the road. Watch that B plus drop once the tubes heat up. There it goes. Ooh, boom, we got high voltage. Wow. Look at that. Snow. Very flaky horizontal. We have low high voltage here. Blows out if I give it too much. But we have snow, bright snow too. And that's without, let's adjust the ion trap here. About as good as we're gonna get. Good contrast, very good contrast. So that's great. That's good news. We got good snow. Running 230 on our B+. Probably a little low. Our caps. That one's at 71, 68. That one's at 78, 61. So both of our caps are staying cool. We got good B+ and a raster, and with snow too. That's excellent. Very, very good. So this is on the grounds of this set being pretty much watchable. I guess now I can go get a pattern generator and flip this thing back over, get a pattern generator and see what she does. So that's great. That's really good. Got the pattern generator hooked up here. We'll slide these knobs on. Got our raster here. Back up. Stand by. So our pattern generator's on, but we are getting absolutely diddly squat. Tuner is probably very dirty. Oh, we might not be on the right input. The VHF and UHF input. So here's what's up. The tuner's dead. Either the tuner's dead or my RF modulator's dead here. I don't know. It was working. So I'm injecting composite video into the video amp. I'm not getting anything. Pin 2 is the grid. And then pin 1 should be a contrast control. So I need to look what's going on pin 2. Or I could bypass this. Well, no, I can't. So I need to figure out what's going on here. This goes down here to an inductor, to a resistor, to ground. So I need to see if we have plate voltage. And I need to see if we have screen voltage on this tube, or the tube is bad. And that could be a very well situation. Or this thing is junk. It's doing something, I guess. I really need to hook up another set to this. Nice one. It's been through a lot. Let me do that. Let me hook this up to another set. Well, it's not my signal generator, because it's working. It must be this set, so let's stick into it. So probing the video amp, 6 and 3, there needs to be about 100 volts on each of them. Here is pin 3. Well, maybe that wasn't pin 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at the right thing here. One, 2, and then 6 and 3. Yes. 6 and 3 need to be about 100 volts. 6CL6. 6CL6. We have snow. $30 volts there. 24 volts there. So something is draining that voltage off. And we have 225 as our B+. We should be able to probably get a signal out of that, I would think. Not a very good one, but should be conducting at least. Generator's hooked up, still have nothing. So we're gonna see where it gets its plate. Gets its plate off of. There we go, that's better. Gets its plate voltage off of the RFAGC rail. C45, 0.47 to ground. I guarantee you that's pulling that low. You see this, there's a 10 at 350. So that 0.47, I guarantee you it's pulling that all low. So let's try to find this 0.47. It's not that one. There's a 0.47. See what that is. I don't know what that one is. I don't think it's that one. Or, hold on. It goes down here. Yes. It's not this one. It's this one right here. I can't get a good connection on it. I believe it's this one, because it's going to ground. Could be any one of these. I have a feeling it's this one. I don't know what pin that's going to though. Yes, but we should have more than 29 volts here. That's not right. So let me go back and plug it into the grid before this. So I'm kind of puzzled here. I've taken the tube out. I've tested it. It tests good. It obviously has a lot of hours on it. And it just so happens that I do have one of these in my accessible stash right now. And it's brand new. I have tested it. I know the box looks trashed, but it's a brand new tube. So we're going to try this one. Got our new tube in. Fire her up. Bet you nothing happens. Well, something's different there. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little darker, I guess. Don't touch horizontal. Still nothing though. Absolutely. Oh, well, we haven't got our tube plugged in. Yeah, nothing. I guess it really is just a chassis problem, because that's doing nothing. Okay, I can put our old one back in. Ooh, we lost high voltage. That's interesting. We just lost high voltage. Do we still have an arc? No. Just blew that fuse out too. We just lost high voltage. So what just... So the phone died. Anyways, I figured out what's our issue here. Anybody see it? Horizontal width control took a fat shit. So that's the end of that. I have width controls, but we're gonna wait until the repair video on this to do that. So I guess this will end it for this one for now, this analysis video. Super good picture tube, needs a full recap, and horizontal width control needs replaced. So with that, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Try to help this channel grow, because I don't really know what the future of this channel is going to be. I've been contemplating posting videos for a long time. I haven't really had any motivation, partly because my shop's been full of stuff, and I've been scrapping out stuff by the pile here. This is just one day work right here. I have plenty of projects need to get done. that whole wall there and that shelf up there, and then I got a roundy here and some other odds and ends that needs to get fixed. So what gets videos, it's up to you guys. If this channel takes off, then pretty much all this stuff will get videos, and I'll invest in some camera equipment and better editing and stuff like that. But if this channel just kind of does what it does and it gets 60 views, 200 views, 100 views, and I'm stuck here at 500 subscribers, then not really gonna do much. Just gonna kind of let her die, because it's a lot of work for a zero return. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. More to come later.